Good morning, y'all. It is 4:30 a.m., a little bit past, and today is Saturday, April 20th.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's early, guys. Give me a break. Don't judge me because I can't know what the date is. Anyway, today is opening day of Youth Weekend for Turkey in upstate New York. If there's anything good I can say about New York, it's that they let their kids go out early. So today we are going to be going out, trying to get Xander a turkey. We've got a full crew this morning. We've got Matt over here. We've got Killer Man Xander. And we've got Ryan behind the camera, and I'm Chris. So we just got ourselves ready. I gotta grab our decoys here, and there we go. Yeah, I'm real good. And then we're gonna head out. So hopefully we get some really good footage for you today. But hey, you guys ready to go kill the turkey?
Yep.
All right, let's do it, guys. All right, guys. So we're at our spot. We're just gearing up really quick. You're my bodyguard. You're like...
Yeah. I'm your bodyguard here.
all right. So we actually observed some turkeys here last night. They were a little further away than we wanted them to be, so we were trying to get them to come closer, and then right before they roosted, they got kind of close to where we can be, and I'm pretty sure that they roost in that area, so we got to be really quiet going in and try to get as close as possible and see what happens. Like, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, sweet. We're just gonna throw our packs on, get the shotgun out, my old trusty 12 gauge Mossberg 835. It's killed every single turkey that I have killed. Every one has been with that gun. And yeah, every one turkey you've killed has been with that gun, for sure. Do we want to talk about the others? The other turkeys? No, okay. Anyway, so, all right, hopefully we can, again, like I said earlier, I hope we get some really good footage for you today, but we're gonna get our gear up and get going. We've got about 30 minutes before we can actually hunt, so we gotta get out there quick. All right, guys. Did you hear that, Ryan? Ryan, did you hear that? They're going crazy. So we got here, they started gobbling immediately. Like as soon as we got here, they gobbled for like 45 minutes or so. And we even had hens near us, but they never came straight to us. So we're gonna just sneak over the hill because I have a sneaking suspicion that they are just in the field below us. So we're just gonna give it a quick look. If we don't see anything, we're gonna move on, but we'll see what happens. See them, but that doesn't mean that they're there, so we're gonna try to sneak through that gnarled mess. It's one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't try to rush it. Keep your eyes open the entire time. I do believe they're in that field, but I could be wrong. or they could have gone back behind Matthew into that top field. I mean, we can check that before we leave,
There were
but
some there.
huh?
There were some there. I
You-
could hear them.
Like here, just gobbling, or like hands like meh, 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 meh. Who's like?
Both. Actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll check that top field. It's not far from our decoys. But like the way those hens and the toms were, I mean, they were like right up in here. I thought that they would come straight here because they were here last night.
Yeah.
They didn't even come here. The closest field besides here is like half a mile that way. So, all right, let's go check that one field. If we don't see anything, we're heading to next.
What is that?
It's this porcupine just ticked Xander off, so he shot it. Just
Totally.
kidding, not really.
Shot some spikes at him. That's good.
Oh, it's going up. That's okay. So our first spot was a bust. We had turkeys all around us, but they didn't come to the fields like I thought they would. Honestly, I think that they used the woods and went somewhere else. So we gotta hurry. I'm out of breath because we literally just hoofed it back to the car because we got a 30-minute drive to our next spot, and then we'll catch you guys when we get there. All right, let's go. All right, guys. So we're at our second spot. This is in Galway, New York. We're gonna hug this tree line that kind of goes up here, and we're gonna work our way back to the woods, keeping our eye on the right and the left to see if there's any birds, either of these top fields. And we're gonna head to a spot that has been very productive in the past. We've got several birds out of it here, and we may sit for 45 minutes to an hour, do some calling if they're not there, see if we can get them to come in, and then just kind of take it from there. So let's head out. It's Killer over here. Killer with his knife. Are you done?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Do you see Ryan? There's a field right there. And a field right there. So we just got to be careful. Oh, don't worry about that. That's fine. We just have to be careful that we're really keeping our eyes open and peeled. Because if the grass is tall enough, you might just see a head about this big, like up out of it. So you got to look for that, not just a whole body. But we'll see what happens. Let's go. Be very quiet from here on out. Very quiet.
You'll be quiet.
I know, I'm trying. Nothing. All right, I'm gonna stick the decoy out in the field, just that one. Okay. So that if I have to, it's gonna be close, but just so that if I have to climb out in the field. All right, we're all gonna huddle around here. Where do you want me to sit? Doesn't kind of doesn't matter right now because if they're coming, you're gonna come up to this log thing. All right, I'm gonna start doing some calling.
reason I do that is because I don't know where the birds are, and the box call is a loud call, so it'll project the call way further. So if they're, you know, half a mile away or whatever, they might hear it. And again, we're gonna give it about an hour, see how things go. If nothing happens, then we'll go over to the spot that Xander killed his bird in last year. Usually when we come up to this field this early in the season, there's something out there, whether it's, you know, all the way at the edge of that field or in here, but usually there's something, but there's nothing. So I don't know, maybe they're all henned up. That's very possible too. And then once they mate their hens that they're with, then they come back out looking for more. So we'll just see what happens. All right, guys, so we're at our third spot. We had that turkey. Hopefully we got some footage. We were all moving around and stuff. We had him coming in on a string. He came like 400 yards to us. He was almost in shooting range, and then he got spooked, turned to the left, and he was just too far out of range, so we couldn't get him. So we're heading into our third spot. We did see some turkeys. They were kind of on another piece of property, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway, so follow us. Positive about our chances, but we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna put out some decoys quick. All right, so we'll give it a shot.
Alright, we heard 2 turkeys down that way. I'm gonna go to the edge of this tree line and see if we can get them up there. One from the back are Tom's. And they're coming to us. So get your gun up. Can you see it now? Yep.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah!
Oh, he's a big one.
That's actually a Jake.
That's a Jake.
That's a big old freaking Jake. Whoa, boys! Awesome job, baby. That's my boy. That is my boy. All right, let's give the viewers a little bit of a. Let's talk about it a little bit. Huh? You what?
I cut myself accidentally.
On what?
No idea.
Doesn't matter. I can't believe it. Can you guys believe that they just walked straight to us?
Wow.
I can't believe it. Like, okay,
Wow.
guys, so just so you understand, so we were coming this way because I saw a couple of, I saw these guys strutting in the field down back over here. Now, we are not legally allowed to be on this land over here. So obviously we couldn't go down in there. But I thought maybe we can, you know, come along the fence line and call and maybe then come up to us. Well, we got back over to where I had seen them, and I just didn't see them. So we started walking the fence line, couldn't see anything. And then we heard a hen. We heard a hen like clucking. So we all got down. I was just sitting behind my decoy, which now I have to fix because I just broke it again. I was sitting behind my decoy, and Xander was right behind me with the gun like right here. Not that that's safe or anything. Children don't try this at home. And I look back at these guys, and they're sitting up. I'm like, lay down, lay down. And we just sat there, and all of a sudden, right about here, or just down there. So we were back there.
Back to that. Our stuff is.
Our stuff's right back there. And these turkeys came out somewhere in here.
Yeah. I think it was like right there.
And a hen came out, and then another hen came out, and then all the toms, or the jakes came out. So there was 8. So with these guys laying down, and I just put my tom decoy in front of Xander and I, and so that they couldn't really see us, and they just walked straight to us. And Xander's like, which one? Which one? I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just shoot one. And wow, that was a loud shot. But as you can see, all right, Xander, come on, give us the 411.
All right, let's see. Got here's the beard right here.
So that's like 3.5 to 4 inch beard. He is a Jake. So
pretty
show
big,
him the
though.
spurs. He's a very big Jake.
Right there?
Yep, it's the spurs. They're like
They're really small.
really small. But that is a nice bird. Look at how red his head is.
Yeah, look at that.
And that's all we could see. Like there were 4 or 5 other Jakes.
This was the biggest one, wasn't it?
That was the biggest one in the group.
Yeah.
And he was getting very aggressive. Well, you got that on camera, right? When they were walking to us?
I did.
Oh.
Good.
So, I mean, you guys saw it.
Wow.
And he actually went and pushed one off.
Yeah, he did push one off. That's what you get for being cocky.
Yeah, he's trying to be the big man on campus. Let's see the fan. I know it's a Jake fan, but still, let's see it.
Okay. I don't remember how to set this up.
You know, Xander, I think this is your magic spot.
I think it is. How do I set it up again?
Okay, let me show you.
I don't remember. Oh,
Put the head out. Get it so that he's kind of even, so that so he doesn't like flop all over the place. Basically, this is a Jake that I think was very close to being a tom. Next year he would have been a full-fledged tom, probably a 6 to 8 inch beard. Here, spread it out a little bit more.
That's
Here,
right.
let me help you. Scoot over for a sec. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, so you get these far feathers here, and you kind of support it with your fingers, like in there.
Like that?
Yeah. Nice job, buddy. So last year, Xander got his first bird on youth season here.
Yeah, first day.
And then I
Actually,
went
right over there.
right over there.
Right over that way.
We went to 2 spots today, and this was our 3rd. And we weren't super sure because we sat there for a little while, and I knew that they were down there, but we sat up there for a little while hoping they would come our way, and they just didn't. So we had to make an aggressive move, and it paid off.
That did.
Do you even care that it's a Jake?
No. After all that? All right, let's get some pictures.
Look up here.
So, obviously, Youth Hunt Weekend was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, we had a great morning in the woods. It kind of, what's the word? It kind of entailed all the things that I love about turkey hunting. I mean, the reason I love turkey hunting so much, and I think we do too, is because it's not you just sit in a place for hours and hours and hours. You sit in a place, you see if something's going, you see if some turkeys are coming to you or whatever. If they're not there or something gets messed up, you move on to the next spot, and then you move on to the next spot. And in the meantime, while you're driving around with your buddies, you talk and you chat. You maybe go get a breakfast sandwich or coffee or something at Stewart's or wherever you are. So it's more interactive. It's a lot more fun. The turkeys talk to you where the deer don't as much, you know.
Sometimes you hear a little.
Yeah, you hear a little something, but like turkeys are very verbal in the spring. So, and that's what that morning was like. It was exactly like that. And just like the perseverance of a turkey hunter is important, because that last spot where he got is, you know, we were going to leave. We were a few minutes from leaving, and I said, well, let me go check this one thing, because I've been there many times and I know how the turkeys act sometimes. And I went to check that one thing, and that's what put us on it. So like, instead of, you know, if we had just left, then we wouldn't have had that opportunity. But it was just a great weekend. I'm glad that we got the Byrd on the Saturday so we could sleep in on the Sunday.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
That was very good.
And then something else really awesome happened that day. Tell us about that, Xander.
So my friend Nicole told us about this youth hunt, like turkey weigh-in, and we went to it, and we got there. There's a bunch of people there. They weighed my turkey, which was 18 pounds 6 ounces,
which is really awesome for a Jake.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of free food. They had this like table where you could like buy free, or not buy, you could get free like items and stuff.
Yeah.
There was like fish repellent, hats, shirts, that kind of stuff. It was really cool. And then they when they weighed your turkey, they put your name in like a little bin thing, and they would like put your name out for prizes and stuff. And I actually won a free lifetime hunting and fishing license,
which is amazing.
Yes, very.
If you don't know what that means, so in New York State for a lifetime, so that means you don't ever have to buy your hunting license again.
At my age.
At his age, for a lifetime, it's $765, I believe, is what it was.
Yes.
So yeah, but go ahead.
I got a couple other things. I think we got like a knife, a couple shirts, a hat. I also got a free fishing trip on a lake near us, which is really cool.
Really cool as well.
Yeah, I got some big fish in that lake.
And it was encouraging because there are a whole bunch of hunters like Xander's age and younger, like that younger than 15.
16.
Yeah, no, it was 15, I think. Below. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But there's a ton of hunters there. There's probably over 100 people just sitting around hanging out before the drawing and stuff, and it was really. They had a couple of speakers, which is what I wanted to get to next. They had a couple of guys speak. One guy was from the NRA. One guy is from this hunting TV show that they put on.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they were talking about that was super important and stuck out to me was education, right? So educating young hunters, because, you know, all of us older hunters, we're getting older, and eventually we're not going to be able to get in the woods. So, like, passing that torch of hunting on to our kids, and it was really encouraging to see that. But the whole education part is that I was thinking about we could add to our show, at least for this video, is, you know, hunters get a really bad rap. A lot of people think that we're just a bunch of bloodthirsty killers, and we're just going out into the woods and killing animals for the fun of it. But that's not true. Like, if you could see the whole process we go through to get there, and then all that we do to do it, and then everything afterwards, you might think differently. So the part I want to show you today, so that bird weighed 18.6 pounds. So we eat all of that meat, right? So of that 18.6 pounds, I got just a little over 7 pounds off of that bird of edible, deboned meat. Now, usually we take the breasts out
and we take the legs and the thighs out and we freeze them all separately, and like the breasts, we'll wrap them in bacon and grill it or smoke it or something. And I do a couple of things with the legs. Either I'll take the legs and the thighs and I'll boil them down for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and like shred the meat apart and make like a pulled turkey kind of thing. Or I will grind it down and make burger out of it. And we make a jalapeno cheddar turkey burger.
So good. It's better than regular burgers. Better
And
than any burger.
Uncle Jerry, who's going to be here next week, and he was here last year, and we did that for him, and he was like, "This is the best burger I've ever had." But basically, so when we got home and we got everything done, I was like, "Xander, you know, we still have some turkey breasts in the freezer that we haven't used yet. Why don't we turn the whole thing into burger?" He was like, "That sounds like a great idea." So that's what we're going to do today. So this is all of the meat that I cut off. You can go ahead and show. That is the meat that I cut off the turkey. But then also, because it's such a lean meat, I have to take and add some kind of fat to it. So that's about just a little over 7 pounds of turkey meat. And then I took about roughly 2.5 pounds of pork fat. And I'm gonna add that to it so that it sticks together when you make the burger, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I've cut up roughly like 3.5 jalapenos that I'm going to put in that 7 pounds of meat. Or, well, no, 9.5 pounds of meat. And then we're going to put 1.5 pounds of cheddar cheese in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start grinding, and then we'll stop in the middle and show you what we do. And then we'll grind the rest out and kind of educate you on how to take care of the game that you kill. So I'm gonna put this lid on really quick. I'm gonna get some meat, feed some meat up into the hopper, basically. And Xander's gonna turn it on. It's that little button right there.
Just press.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So now we're just gonna feed it through there. Makes a lovely sound. All right, so we got it ground through the first time. I'm gonna run it through a second time. So the first time I ran it through my kind of, I call it my coarse grind plate. It grinds it a little bit bigger. When we run it through again, we're gonna put it through a smaller, it has a whole lot smaller holes. Let's call it a fine grind. But right now, before I grind it anymore, before I put it through the side grind, I'm gonna go ahead and take these jalapenos and I'm gonna kind of distribute it evenly through this, and then I'm gonna mix it up a little bit.
Definitely wash your hands before it touches it.
Yeah, right.
Don't want that juice in your eyes.
Yeah, that's the truth. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit in the meat and then run it back through the grinder so that jalapenos will get ground right into the meat. And these jalapenos, interesting, you know, talking about education and whatnot. And we try to do as much as we can to like harvest our own food. I mean, we still have to buy a lot of food from the store because, you know, like it's hard, but we harvest our own food because we kill the turkeys and the deer. But these jalapenos, we actually grew them in our garden.
Yep.
We have a big garden every year. And last year I was like, oh, you know what? We love jalapeno stuff. Why don't I grow jalapenos? And I had one jalapeno plant. That one jalapeno plant gave me like 40 or 50 jalapenos.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was crazy. I just kept going out there every day and seeing a new one.
Now, when do we put the cheese in?
And we're gonna put that in the very last.
Okay.
Because I don't want to run that through the grinder. It'll get all like gunky in there.
That.
What? Oh, it's just ice. It'll get all gunky. So I'll just, once we're totally done grinding, I'll put the cheese in, and then we'll just kind of mix it up the way I just did with that, and then we'll put it in little bags. All right, so give us a minute. We got to change out the plate, and then we'll get started here in a second. We'll show you when we're done with this grind. All right, so as you can see, we got it through our second grind, which is our fine grind. It was funny because as I was grinding, like, boys were like, "Oh, now it actually looks like ground beef."
Yeah.
The other time it didn't because it was such big chunks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add
I want to add one.
the cheddar cheese. That's fine. I'm going to add the cheddar cheese, and then I'm going to mix it all up And then I actually use my sausage stuffer, which is what I use to make our like bratwurst and stuff, and our venison sausages and stuff. I'll use this, put the meat in here, run it through that to package it up to put in the freezer. So we'll show you that.
Let's do this.
Go ahead, put it in. I mean, who doesn't love cheese and burger?
Cheese and burger is the best.
What's bad is we usually even add a piece of cheese on top of the burger. If you throw that away, sir.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
will.
All right, so now just gonna mix it
I
all
might do a
up.
little mixing myself.
You want to do a little
I'm
mixing?
gonna do a little mixing.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's do a little mixing. Oh, that feels really weird. Got the meat.
All right,
That's a
let me
lot
finish
of
this up.
cheese.
I know.
All right,
Might be a
I'm gonna
little
wash
too
my
much
hands.
cheese. That's fine. Go ahead. Maybe a little too much cheese, but you know what?
Too much cheese is fine.
It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I add that much because some of the cheese cooks off while you're actually cooking it in the pan. Now, what's great is you can either cook this in the pan, or you can smoke these kind of burgers, or you can grill them. They're fantastic any way you do them. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my little sausage stuffer. Put the meat in. You can only do 5 pounds at a time. I opted because it was cheaper, to be honest. And hey, the thing is we are amateur hunters. We are not some big time hunting show. We don't always get something every year. We hunt public land and pieces of property that our friends hook us up with.
Yep.
And so we don't always have the most expensive equipment. But all that to say that I went with the 5 pound stuffer rather than the I think it was like a 15-pound stuffer because it was more economical at the time. All right, so I got to put my stuffer. I can't put all the meat in there. We'll have to do 2 turns of this. I got to put my stuffer on the thing here, and then what I'm going to do. So, sorry about that. We've had a cold this week, so all right. So I'm gonna.
We do.
This is all I'm going to do right here. I'm going to start pushing it through until it starts to come out on this side.
Start to come out.
Yeah, it's starting to come out.
It's a lovely noise.
A little bit. And then looky there. We got about a pound jalapeno cheddar turkey burger. And then we're just going to finish it up. We're going to throw it all in the freezer. And then when it's time to have some burgers, we're going to pull it out. But basically, I mean, from start to finish, you've seen how we started our day hunting, how we really had to work for this bird, which I appreciated very much. You saw...
Made it a better reward.
Yeah, exactly. And now you've seen how we process it, and we eat all of the meat that we kill.
All of it.
All of it. So,
Who wouldn't want to?
if you ever have any questions, obviously you can comment on our video below. Make sure you share with your friends. You hit the notification bell so you get notified when we do a new video. We'll put out
Obviously,
as much. Subscribe. We'll put out as much information as we can. But if you have questions, please, we're more than happy to help you. We just want to show you guys that, especially those of you who are new or haven't done it very much, that it's really not that hard and you can do it. So, good hunt, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, guys. See you next time.